I'll uproot you!
Payman, it's so much bigger in here than Payman thought. Jazari, researcher, of course it is. Wait, this is a moment for that famous phrase, is it not? Behold, thousands of years of ancient Conria history lie before us. Oops, got carried away there. This is a famous quote by Iskandar, a Vimana sage. Wait, haven't you read his biography? Onto a Keshar researcher. Jazari, well, knowledge is boundless. I do not intend to have my learning shackled. I've read about it countless times in books, but this is the first time I've seen it in person, and that's why I can't contain my excitement. Payman, look at all these vines. It must have been a really long time since anyone last came here. Jazari, according to the text named the Review of Research on Issues Related to the Ruin Golem in Ancient Conria, the last scholar who managed to get inside a Ruin Golem for systematic research was Perkavakavis. I'm sure you don't know this, but Perkavakavis was one of the greatest scholars in Keshar War's history. Kavakavis earned the rank of Herbat before hitting 30, a genuine academic genius. With his achievements, he would have become a sage sooner or later, but he met with an accident during an expedition, and his research results were lost. Ever since then, Keshar War has gone downhill. If he had lived longer, perhaps I wouldn't be worrying about expenses day and night like this. By the way, it's my academic ambition to follow in Perkavakavis' footsteps. Payman, well, forget your academic ambition for now. Our next step is to smash open the entrance. I'll conduct academic research. Payman, then we need to activate this big guy first. Jazari, right. By activating the Ruin Golem, I can get valuable experimental data, which will then serve as the basis for a breakthrough in my research. One has to make some waves to outdo one's predecessors, after all. Payman, so let's get this thing working, then. There's got to be some mechanism here. You know, the kind of thing that lights up when pressed. Jazari, I do recall there being one. According to our records, once the separation valve in the steering cabin is turned on, the Ruin Golem will be activated. But as I told you before, all Ruin machines are driven by the dark power of their cores, and the cores of the Ruin Golem have been sealed underground. Even if we got into the steering cabin, the conventional method will not work. In fact, we can't even start this lift right before us, so how will we get to the steering cabin at the top? Payman, you're right. So what do we do now? Let's try hitting it. You're implying that there's an unconventional route. Jazari, as the saying goes, when one door closes, another opens. And in any case, I'm positive that the people of Conria surely took this scenario into consideration. Jazari, the Academia's research shows that the early Ruin machines also had a backup power system, perhaps because the techniques that allowed them to utilize this dark power were still in their infancy. Power system, just tell me what to do next. Jazari, well, the core power cabin is at the bottom. Let's get down there first.
Keep up!
Jazari, I'm not entirely sure why these energy cubes were left all over the place in here, but theoretically, if you put the cubes
what a drag!
you can activate the device.
Time to go! The wind knows me.
Wow, it's starting up. Jazari, researcher R, what do you think? The machinery in the Ruin Golem, whether it's a relay or a trapdoor, can be powered by this energy block. Payman, but nothing seems to have changed at all. Jazari, well, because this backup system comprises a series of small power relays. Jazari, in other words, we have to work all our way up from the bottom, and the system can only function when all the relays have been connected. All of them. Jazari, given the damage to the Ruin Golem, it will be quite difficult for it to run at full power. But just as you were activating this relay, I found this in the power room. It seems to be the blueprint for the Ruin Golem. Perhaps its maintenance crew left it here. According to this blueprint, we only need to connect several key relays to start this machine. At the very least, we'll be able to start this lift and go up to the steering cabin. Payment. That sounds questionable. Jazari, well, there's nothing else we can do, so we might as well try activating the lift first. Yes. Payment. Wait, aren't you coming with us? Jazari, I'll stay here and take Picno, study the internal structure of the ruin. Golem, that's also important work. Besides, I'm a scholar. There's little I could do to assist you directly in your task. But if you have any technical problems, I'll be here for you. Energy block inside the ruined golem. Exploration knowledge. According to Jazari, these energy blocks seem to be an auxiliary power source for the ruined golem. Slot these into the power relays to reactivate the corresponding components. Energy blocks that have been inserted can be removed and placed in a different spot. Use this method to open a path that constantly leads upwards.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them.
Ancient work log. The energy cores have stopped working. The cause is an inherent mechanical design defect that causes the occasional operation overload. Suggested solution: due to the lack of spare parts and the difficulty of producing more, maintenance is incomplete. It can only be operated at full power for a short while. Shutdown is recommended each time the chronometer completes one rotation. The weapon systems have melted down due to overuse. Suggested solution: strip destroyed machinery for related parts, then reassemble for use. Testing indicates that this should basically be able to fulfill the requirements of high-intensity combat. Smart boot system failed, cause unknown. Many components have taken on sand or have disintegrated. The mobility system has not been completely disabled, but the ability to walk long distances has been lost. Suggested solution: this machine was lost in the southern desert. We lack the means to tow this machine, thus it can only stand by and await retrieval. Jazari, look at the ingenious machinery all around. What a masterpiece of human civilization. This is valuable information for research. I've got to record all it down.
Fallen leaves.
Jazari, researcher, back so soon. Well, I'm still studying the load-bearing structure of these components here, but it's impressive that you got the lift started. You were just guessing about the activation thing, weren't you? Jazari, well, come on, I've only read about it in books. Just so you know, there are no more than 3 people in the entire academia who can read this blueprint, so guessing it right does mean something. Anyway, now that the lift is working, we should be able to access the steering room above by activating the relays on the middle level. See, the mid-level gear should be in the power room. We need to activate all 4 relay units. If we can't find an energy block, it is also possible to temporarily remove them from the device. It's fine as long as they're all connected in the end. I'll keep waiting for you here then.
Wind Strider!
Mysterious Chronicle. Hildrich Schwanenritter, Beard Father. Passed away due to multiple organ failure. May he rest in peace in the foreign land.
Brings a smile to my face.
Mysterious Chronic. Hadjira Schwanenritter, Sentinel of the Golden Hall. Executed by the Knight Marshal Anfortis for betrayal that caused irreversible damage to a machine. Despite the major loss and that the Knight Marshal's left eye was lost in this event, given Hadjira was the last of their compatriots, a proper knight's funeral was granted for Hadjira.
Time to go.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Illusion shattered!
I hear everything!
Shine down!
Payman, look, there's someone over there. Could it really be the pilot?
One with the forest!
You shall perish!
Jazari, researcher. What were you guys doing up there? I thought I heard a truly incredible racket while I was studying this inductive circuit. Well, whatever you're doing, please keep it down. If there's any trouble with the machine here, it'll be hard for me to explain it away in my report to the Academia. We met the pilot. We met an old friend. Jazari, are you in this child both? All right, okay. You know what? I'll write 2 recommendation letters to the Academia. This way, the 2 of you can get along in future as well. Payman, that's not what's happening here at all. Jazari, anyway, I assume you've got the relays in the middle connected, yes? I'm almost done here as well. Come, let's go up to the steering cabin at the top. Just like before, we simply need to connect the power system to the steering cabin to activate the ruined golem's control systems. Xandic's note, a page from the research notes, but it seems to have been torn off and hidden here by the author. Collected a lot of components, these spare parts of the huge machine, if only I could figure out its working principle and manufacturing process. Fiddling with these components almost caused a delay in my work. These exquisite mechanical parts have a unique and ingenious style, which is not likely to be found in the handcrafted artifacts under the rule of Archons. I am going to take them apart and record the size and shape one by one. But first of all, this secret must not be revealed to the other team members.
Chih!
A fateful offering.
Time to go. One with nature. Follow the wind. The wind knows me.
Mysterious Chronicle. Unilder Schwanenritter, Damsel of the Dale, went missing in the battle against the onslaught of dark beasts. Only her and signet ring were recovered. A proper knight's funeral was arranged for her.
Time to go.
Payman, ugh. Besides this dark stone slate, nothing else here seems to be of value. Jazari, stone slate. Don't underestimate it. If we can get the control system running, then we can see the outside world through it. The control system here looks like it can still work. Ancient Conria's creations really are amazing. I never thought I would have this chance in this lifetime, but now it seems that once I complete this research report, winning the Per Cabacavas prize is only a matter of time now. Payman, then let's try and start this machine. Payman can't wait. A capital notion. Yes, time's a wastin'. Jazari, now, we shouldn't rush anything. We need to follow the instructions. Jazari, let me see. According to these specifications, I should first press. Which one is it? Hey, wait. Calm down. You must preheat to attack. Jazari, and what did I say about following the instructions? We didn't really get it to do anything. Payman, its arm just, fell off. Payman's pretty sure the machine itself is to blame. Jazari, fine, I'll record it as an experimental accident. Then, ugh, I do hope that this won't diminish my report in any way. Anyway, it seems like we won't be able to start the ruined golem again, so there's no point in me keeping you here. I know you're here to investigate the contamination of the underground ruins, but I'm afraid that the ruined golem won't be of much use to you now. Even so, you may see some unexpected progress as a result of what you did. Well, I shall not keep you any longer. I have my research to get done here. In any case, you can come and look for me once your work is done, if I haven't been disciplined for destroying the ruined golem yet. Once that happens, I can help you apply for the research project on the Chaos Cores. I'll be the one in charge of the project, of course. But don't worry, I'll give you half the funds. Anyone can embark on an academic career as long as they have the desire to learn, so go for it. Payman, anyway, let's leave this place through this big guy's arm. Payman's not sure if the arm hit anything, though. Jazari, the gates to scholarship will open to whoever has a seeking heart. Now go for it with that in mind.